Is Mr. Reeves back there? Yes. Okay.
Mr. Webb, do you need to speak with Mr. Reeves or can we bring him out?
You can bring him out, Your Honor.
Great.
I just need one thing to tell him real quick, but I'm sure he'll be happy about it.
All right.
Oh, I had a pen in here somewhere.
Good morning, Miss Karen. I didn't see you there. How are you? I'm
She's
good.
quiet as always. The stealth court reporter. Ms. Nelson, are you able to hear us?
Yes, I am, Judge.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ms. Hall, are we going forward with the 17 SC or the 14 SC?
17 SC. Once
Good morning,
this,
Michael.
this plea is complete, I plan to make 14.
I worked out a deal with her. She wouldn't come down off of the 15 to serve, but she agreed to dismiss the Indian case. Okay, that's the 2014 case.
But I'm still like the other case.
I don't want anything to do with that. But I think your lawyer's been talking with her about that is going to try to work out a plea deal for you in that case too.
I don't even take it.
Pardon?
I don't even take the 15. I'm still gonna have to deal with the other case too. If you
Well,
want
I
some.
can't do anything about the other case. Because I don't represent you on that case. But this, any credit, any time you served in this case will go towards that case too. Okay. And if you want me to, I can call Mr. Walker, lawyer, and tell him about this case and see if he can't work something out that runs concurrent.
Yeah, but I didn't even know. I didn't know you were coming to court. I didn't know you were even coming to court today for this.
Well, the judge decided because you're on the calendar for a jury trial next Tuesday. It's either come today or go to trial next week. So I said we'd go ahead and come today.
Hmm.
You don't want to go to trial in this case, I promise. She's filed a recidivist notice. Remember, I told you about both of those. If you get convicted of anything, you'll serve the maximum sentence plus you do it day for day without parole.
Can you see the that you call my mom real quick? Yeah. That's I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just do this without
But probably the judge won't let you call her from here, I don't think.
calling so you can explain this again.
Sure. What's her name and number?
See, like,
Mr. Webb, are we good to go or do you need a few more moments to speak with Mr. Reeves?
A couple more minutes, Your Honor. I think he wants me to call his mother.
Okay.
What's her phone?
678-668. 9033.
Okay, and what's her name?
Miss Johnson.
Mrs. Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay. If I call her now, will she answer?
Yeah, for sure.
May I step out of the courtroom? for just a
Sure.
minute?
Mr. Reeves, you okay waiting right here while, is this gonna be a long, if it's gonna be a long conversation, they'll probably want Mr. Reeves just to go back into lockup.
It should be very, very quick. I would
Okay.
think.
All right, we okay keeping Mr. Reeves right here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
Okay.
I think it's going to become long, I'll come back in, Your Honor.
great. Let us know.
Sure.
Ms. Hall, do you have an update on the Hillard case?
I believe that'll be a trial, Your Honor.
Well, lucky you.
Look at me.
Do you really think there'll be 70 witnesses or you just say that to scare me?
No, they're not gonna be 79.
You'll filter it.
Yes, which
Okay.
I've already started doing.
Excellent. Will you have co-counsel or are they gonna make you fly solo?
No, I have co-counsel. One of the great deputies. Actually, people are fighting to sit with me, so
Excellent.
we'll figure it out.
Okay. And Mr. Webb knows all of, not that you're gonna have co-counsel, but he knows, hey, Tuesday morning, he needs to be here. Okay, we'll reach out to him. You should be, you may have already, you, Mr. Webb, Mr. Abate, and Mr. Bowles should be getting an email from Ms. Nelson saying, reminder, we need voir dire questions, and great. We will send a reminder to both Bowles and Webb that they need to bring clothes in so that their clients can get dressed out as needed. Mr. Reeves, I don't want to cut Mr. Webb's conversation short. I'm going to have the detention folks just take you right back to lockup, just easier for everyone. As soon as Mr. Webb comes back in, we'll get you out here to see what you want to do today, okay?
All right.
All right. How come sometimes there are detention officers, like the gray shirts versus the brown shirts? How does that work? Well, no, I understand they got different equipment, but do they always work in this building or do they come over from the jail? Oh, so they work in the building just down in the basement? Oh, I thought they came with inmates from the jail.
Yeah, about 6.
I didn't know that. And they live in the basement unless they're lucky enough to come out and see daylight or at least courtroom light. Huh, okay. And it just, because sometimes you've got a partner and sometimes it's.
Depending on the minute, how many courts we have up.
All right, so someone is being smart about staffing. Look, it's one defendant, we'll send a DO up to work with Gordon, okay.
How to staff, the staff, all that.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I always assumed if one was here, that meant like there's a van waiting and they're like, come on. Because they have to get back to their building, but they're here.
Actually, it's a detention area downstairs.
Oh, I got a tour of it. It's huge. It is so big. I just didn't know. I assumed it was all brown shirts who did everything here. Huh. So is this nice and quiet?
Some days, the numbers are not how they used to be.
Oh, they used to be crazy, but we don't have days where there are 80 inmates here. Yeah, I would think it's and as long as they're not laying people off, it's a good gig. Yeah. It's always nice and air conditioned down there, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
I understand.
Are we still good to go or we running into some headwinds?
No, I think we're good to go. I just need to tell him, what his mother said.
Okay.
Part of my job is social worker,
It's important. I don't mind it was happening. I just want to know.
I can talk to your mom. She said for you to make the decision, for you to listen carefully and decide what you want to do. It's in your best interest.
Yeah, but I thought most of my cases were being ran into concern.
There's 2 drug cases, okay? There's the trafficking case, which I represent you on, and the possession of the MDMA case, which I also represent you on, okay? she's willing to dismiss the MDMA case.
The trafficking cases with the other case, I ain't had 2 trafficking.
Well, this one that I have, the 2017 case, is what she's offering me the 15 to serve on. She's noticed you as a recidivist. Okay. What do you not understand? We had a conversation about this in the jail. I went over it with you.
Yeah, but I ain't got 2. You saying you represent me on the trafficking case. The trafficking case is on the other charge.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. Well, on this 2017 drug case, that's the one where she's offering me 15 to serve on. And then the other one, there's one where you were charged with possession of MDMA on 2014. She's throwing that out.
I understand, but
That's what you asked me to do,
yeah, but
which I did.
I was asking about the other. If I take the 15, I still got the. I won't understand. I thought all the cases were being ran concurrent.
No, Michael, I didn't tell you that. I told you over and over again that I don't represent you on the more serious case, the armed robbery and kidnapping and all those charges. You have a private paid attorney on that, and he's going to represent you on that case. And he's already been talking with Ms. Hall about trying to work out a deal on that. But I have no authority to do anything with that. Okay?
Yeah, I don't want to take the 15. Man.
Why? Why would you?
Because I'm still gonna have to, it's gonna be running wild. Still gonna have to go to court for that.
Okay. So you want to go to trial next week. You want to have a jury trial and risk getting 50 years to serve day for day without parole. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
No, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's just.
Excuse me.
Mr. West.
Your Honor.
We'll get things on the record either way. Mr. Reeves needs to let me know what he wants to do, but I want to get on the record what the state's offer is so that we make sure.
I think he's confused. He has a third case.
He does.
I do not represent him on that case. He's a private attorney.
Right. We'll get all that on the record. I'm gonna go grab the calendar because of course, Mr. Reeves can go to trial if that's what he wants. And we can make that happen. But I want to make sure that you appreciate all the consequences of the different options that you've got. And we'll get that on the record. So you two talk and I'll grab the calendar and then we'll move forward.
Come on.
I assume he went back in there. Okay.
So, Your Honor, I just spoke with Mr. Walker. He wants Ms. Nelson to send him the Zoom, and he's gonna talk to his client about
Fantastic.
that open case. And I'm gonna run downstairs if you don't mind, so I can grab that file.
No, I don't mind at all. In fact, if he's going to talk with his client, I assume he'll want to talk, I mean, Mr. Webb can stay in here, but I'll probably want to leave. We'll have Ms. Rivers leave and you'll leave
Okay.
so that Mr. Reeves can be sitting at defense table, see Mr. Walker, hear Mr. Walker, and the two of you, Mr. Webb and Mr. Walker, can try to reorient Mr. Reeves. I think that will be helpful because then he'll be seeing and hearing both his lawyers. And if we can sort something out, we can. If not, but that would be great. So you should feel free to step out.
Okay.
Don't come back in
Okay.
until Deputy Gordon gives you the thumbs up. If you
Okay.
want to go to the jury room, that's fine. But what will probably happen in your absence is we'll get Mr. Walker on and then we'll get Mr. Reeves out here and I'll let him know what the plan is.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Nelson, did you hear me say, if you could send Mr. Everett
Yes.
Walker? Okay.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
sending it right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Good morning, Yana.
Hey, Mr. Walker, how are you?
I'm doing well, Judge. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I appreciate you parachuting in unexpectedly like this. Let me give you the lay of the land. Mr. Reeves, your client in the kidnapping case, has 2 drug cases for which he's represented by Mr. Webb, who's seated at defense counsel table there where you wave. Mr. Webb, there he is.
Okay.
We were expecting today to resolve the 2 drug cases, one with a plea, one with a null pros.
Yes.
Something's come up, and that's between Mr. Reeves and Mr. Webb, but it sounds like it may involve, well, wait, what about my other case? And so if you wouldn't mind sharing with Mr. Reeves your perspective on where that case is heading. I know you've had some conversations with Ms. Hall. I'm going to step out of the courtroom. It will be only you, Mr. Webb, and Mr. Reeves. I will
Okay.
turn off